Wahi in fact means to indicate something. And according to the study of the Holy Quran, this word wahi, it has a very wide application. Even the inborn intuitions are referred to as wahi. For instance, the Holy Quran tells us, وَأَوْحَى رَبُّكَ إِلَى النَّحْلِ أَنِ اتَّخِذِي مِنَ الْجِبَالِ بُيُوتًا وَمِنَ الشَّجَرِ وَمِمَّا يَعْرُشُونَ. Allah tells you what wahi was there in this particular context. Allah explains that when your Lord, addressing Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the Holy Quran says, when your Lord revealed to the bee, the honey bee, the ways how she should go about, how she should build her house, the honeycomb, which places, and then how she should collect the nectar of flowers and so on and so forth. So that is to say that Allah revealed this to honeybee in the sense as we find the animals have their animal senses. It has no more than that. It doesn't mean that previously the honeybees didn't know what to do about making honeys, or they did not used to build their houses in the way they are building today. It means it is an inborn teachings, an inborn education which was given to them along with their creation. This is what we call the natural instincts. So that means that wahi also means instinct. If somebody is bestowed by Allah of a special instinct, then you can say that Allah has revealed to him that. So when Allah revealed something to the mother of Moses, that was of a different nature, particularly of application to her child. What she should do about the child and how that child should be saved. Because she was not a prophetess. So her wahi was limited only to her own requirements, individual requirements. So the wahi of honeybee, is restricted to her own context and her own requirements. The wahi of Musa, that is the mother of Moses, is also limited to the requirements of that lady, that mother of Moses. Now when you speak of the revelation of a prophet, the wahi of a prophet, naturally it acquires a much larger sphere of application, and in accordance with the office of prophethood, the nature of that revelation changes, and that is exactly how it should be. It should change from person to person and situation to situation, and this is what it does. So why can't you understand that why should wahi change from one person to another? This is so self-evident.
No, sir, there are different types of wahi mentioned there, and then comparison is done with ilham and wahi is same thing.
Yes, correct.
And then it's mentioned, once ilham was mentioned in the Holy Quran, and rest of the time Allah was wahi.
So what?
No, you see what I was not sure what, there are different types of wahi.
But I'm telling you the types. I've already told you the types.
You see, sir, I'm sorry to...
Bring this back again. I went to see somebody in the hospital. I was arguing with him. He's Maulvi Khalil Rahman Sahib. He said there are about 36 different types of wahi. And I didn't believe at all. I thought the only two are mentioned. And then he couldn't give me any quotation.
You know, wahi would again change from prophet to prophet as well. For instance, there are prophets who are subordinate, who are not law-bringers, who follow a certain book which has already declared a code of life for that people. So their wahi would automatically be, naturally be different from the wahi of the law-bringer prophet. And their wahi would also change from situation to situation. why do the prophets come after a lawbringer prophet? Mainly because there are certain evils which befall a people, and they begin to transgress, having once shown a path which is there and which has not been changed by Allah, which has not been abandoned by Allah, and that Sharia continues to hold good. Still people are suffering from some moral defects or some other calamity, that is moral calamity has befallen them, in particular some bad habits, for instance to deprive people of their due rights, or there are so many other such immoralities mentioned in the Holy Quran. So for that particular period, the Wahy of Allah, that is revelation of Allah, would speak to him on these subjects. While it has already been spoken to, it has already been dealt with in the book, which those people follow. But because the dictates of the time demand special emphasis on those evils which are found in a particular time, so this is why their revelation speaks mostly of the effects of those evils, how they would destroy the nation if they don't repent and mend their ways and so on. So in this sense, the revelation of various prophets would be different from each other according to the different situations. And there is nothing puzzling about it. What is puzzling is, why are you puzzled?
Well, I got the message, thank you very much. But when he said there are 36 different types of way,
you tell him to tell you where is this number, where did he get this number from?
I'll ask him tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Mashallah.
I hope he does not refer to the same book. Please. So, are you finished?
Yes, sir.
1 minute is yet left. That is a miracle, of this puzzling question. Yes, tomorrow, please. If Mr. Bishi permits you, because I think it will be his turn tomorrow. Huh?
I'll find out.
Okay.
Bring another. He has got the address.
All right,